to constantly share your location and do constant check-ins with your parents at all times. So, my mother is what you would consider to be a helicopter parent. She wants to know who you're with, where you're at, where you're going, when you're doing this, when you're doing that. And that is fine when you're younger because, as a young child, you need to be monitored, you need to be watched, because you're learning right from wrong. But the older you get, it is a bit of a hindrance because how do you really learn to take responsibility for your own actions or to truly be your own person? You can't. So, after doing extensive research and speaking with others in this similar situation, I hope to persuade you all to understand that as parents, you don't have to be overbearing, and it is okay to not make your children share their location indefinitely and to constantly monitor them. It is okay. So, although my mother's rule is very problematic, and although there is nothing wrong with a parent knowing where you are or requesting your location, it is very overbearing. Even if you are allowed to go out, it makes the experience less enjoyable. And as expressed by my close friend, Mrs. Kayla Codwell, parents should draw a line between worrying and allowing their children to develop their own sense of danger and knowing what's best for them in the moment. This was stated on Saturday, September 26, 2020 at 5:46 p.m. So, as a kid, when you have to constantly check in with your parents, it is overbearing. And there definitely should be some boundaries put in place. And also, it can bring a bit of embarrassment to you because when your other friends don't have to check in or really call their parents about every move that they're making or know that they're being monitored every moment, then they're like looking at you because you're slowing everybody down. It's honestly a bit of an embarrassment. Or if your parents call and they're like, hey, why are you going here? Why are you doing this? Oh, you can't do that because they know what you're doing. Then, it puts a hindrance on how much you're able to enjoy yourself and enjoy your experience. So, your parents should be able to respect you coming into your own person. And my friend Emily Burrell expressed that personally, with everything going on, I don't mind checking in here and there, but consistently checking in can be quite nerve-wracking. And this was stated on Saturday, September 26, 2020 at 5:40 p.m. If your parents know that they taught you proper home training and they taught you what's right and what's wrong, then honestly, they don't have anything to worry about because they know that you'll do the right thing. And that's just what I want parents to remember, that you should be trusting of your children because you taught them these lessons that they take with them for life. And there's a very simple solution for this problem. And that would be to be a more trusting parent and trust that your kids will use the things that you taught them. And I completely understand it, wanting to know where your child is at all times and trying to keep them out of harm's way. But a great compromise to this problem will be not checking in constantly, but checking in maybe here and there. And as a parent, you also have to know when to let go and when to allow your child to be their own person and come into their own person. Because as expressed by Naya Pickett, a student here at the Alabama State University, she says that she understands that her mother wants to be sure I'm safe. However, I feel as if times I should be allowed my privacy. And I also feel as if my mother is sometimes overbearing when it comes to my whereabouts. And this interview took place on Saturday, September 26, 2020 at 4:11 p.m. via FaceTime. So, with that being said, you can see how this issue not only makes your child embarrassed, it also invades their privacy in a way. So, these are a few simple and slight changes that parents could make that will result in positive outcomes. So, your child will be able to take on more accountability for their actions if they know that they're not monitored all the time. And you and your child could possibly become closer because they'll be more open about things if they know that you're not monitoring them all the time. They'll be more open about things because they feel like, okay, my mom does trust me. Like, I don't have to hide things. And they will probably check in just as much just because they know that that's something that you want. And this also allows for the parent to focus on themselves and the child to focus on their self. And as stated by my friend Kaya Howard, a student here at the Alabama State University, she completely understands her mother's need for reassurance in trying to make sure that she is okay. But at times, it makes her feel like she is 10 in the process and as if her mother doesn't respect her coming into adulthood. And this interview took place on Saturday, September 26, 2020 at 12 a.m. via FaceTime. So, parents and future parents, I advise that you all really allow your children to flourish and grow into their own person and not be a helicopter parent and not request having their location indefinitely and checking in every single move. And in conclusion, with this change, parents as well as their children will have a happier and healthier relationship. Thank you all for listening, and it was a pleasure to speak with you all.